a pair, 17-year-old. It seems like they are related. Tyreek McCullough, 17, and Travis McCullough, 16, both of Tuskegee, are going to be tried as adults. That is what is automatically required in Alabama for anyone who is 16 or older and charged with murder. Now, remember how I said that 16, that age 16 was such a pivotal thing, because as you see in Alabama and many states, when you are 16 years old, they are looking at you as an adult in many instances, many cases. And that is something that's going to happen here. Murder charges for these two teens in this Alabama Sweet 16 shooting. So Sergeant Jeremy Burkett of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency wouldn't say where the two are being jailed or whether they were already in custody when they were charged late yesterday. And he said that we can't get into a motive right now because that would be part of an ongoing investigation. We can't share that, he said. Authorities did not specify if they were related. I'm making an assumption here that Tyreek McCullough and Travis McCullough are related. I mean, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. Authorities not specifying that. The sergeant said that prosecutors would ask a judge to hold them without bail. A bond hearing must be held by Friday under Alabama law. Online records do not show any previous adult charges in state court for either of the teens arrested. Saturday's violence was shocking. This is a sleepy town of about 3,200. It's about 45 minutes north of Tuskegee. Now, the birthday girl's brother, an 18-year-old, he died in his sister's arms. Just heartbreaking here. He and another victim, 17-year-old, were high school seniors. Families were left planning funerals instead of graduations. They were left planning the funeral. They were supposed to be planning the graduation, prom, and all that kind of stuff. Instead, they are burying these children. Excuse me. Also killed a 19-year-old and a 23-year-old. Around 32 people were wounded. 32 people were wounded. 4 still in critical condition. He said that more charges would be coming. Oh, they are going to come down real hard on these teenagers, as they should. As they should. This is a terrible thing. But sadly, this is what's been happening. Sadly, the level of violence has increased going into the summer. We used to say this in Baltimore, going into the summer, that they were letting a lot of people out of jail going into the summer, and that crime was going to tick up as the summer progressed. Once the warm weather came, that was just something that we used to say around the way. But just violence at an all-time high. It doesn't have to be Baltimore. It could be take any major city across this country. Across this country was a Sweet 16 birthday party. There's uncut cake and unburned 16 candles that never got lit. The birthday girl, her brother was one of the victims. On her 16th birthday party, she knelt by her brother as he took his last breath. I mean, it doesn't get too much sadder than that. But family members are thankful for the arrest. Obviously, it's not going to make their pain any easier. I'm sure that they're relieved that the suspects are not out in the community. It is just a really, really shocking thing. There were so many kids at this venue. What did these kids see? There's so many victims here. These kids definitely going to be traumatized. There was a police news conference Sunday, and we covered that live here at On Fire TV. Yeah, it's just a sad, sad situation. In 2020, Alabama had the fifth highest rate of gun deaths in America. So, Alabama law enforcement uh, said that the shell casing from the handguns had been found, noting that there was no evidence of a high-powered rifle being used. But of course, they appealed for more information from attendees and from the public. So we're going to continue to follow this story out of Alabama. And of course, thoughts and prayers, sending strength and love to the family and all of those affected by this. Let's do this, take a quick break, and then we'll come back with more of the program after this.